one of the biggest pieces of advice if you're decorating your home is to not waste time buying the cheap versions of the item that you actually want. It's better to hold off and wait until you can either afford or you come up with the money for what you really want, because what you really want, you're not going to get rid of. It's gonna reciprocate such a beautiful feeling when you walk by, because you're going to know this is a piece of value. I waited for it. I loved it. It really resonates with me. And when you buy the cheap versions, it's never going to satisfy. It's never going to feel good. And a lot of times people will buy multiple of cheap versions thinking that that's going to help them with, for the one nice version, you got to buy like 5 cheap versions, right? Well, you're cluttering your space up, and then you're filling it with stuff you really don't love, and it's putting you back into that cycle of clutter and having to deal with things, and I don't really like this and I want to change it, and then it puts you in that cycle of like never ending change because you don't really love it. If you were to wait and really just get used to some empty space for a while, like, so what if the drawer's empty or the wall's empty or there's nothing in that space, and buy what you really love, then it's going to make more sense in the long run. You're going to feel better, and you're taking your time to really cultivate a home and a space that you love. It's so important to not be pressured into the immediate indulgence of Temu or cheap shipping, cheap things that can be shipped right away. All the influencers that are like, you need to have this Stanley cup holder for your fridge to put your 10 Stanley cups. Well, that's $1,000 worth of cups. Aluminum, basically. You're drinking aluminum because they're toxic. And then you have to buy a holder to fill them all. You only need 1 cup. 1 cup, you wash it, and when it gets old, you get a new one. So we've like overdone everything. We've overstimulated our own self by thinking we need all of this. All of these different chargers and all of these different, bags and all of these different just ridiculous things, makeup brushes, makeup bags, makeup essentials, skincare, body washes. I knew somebody who used to have like 50 different skincare products in her bathtub. You don't need all that. It becomes an addiction. It's like you're looking for a high. You're looking for, that next one's going to give me that feeling or that thing if I buy this next thing. And it's not. Slow your thoughts down. Slow yourself down and build your life with intention. Number one, most things can probably easily be replaced. So if you have something that's under $20 and can easily be replaced and you really don't love it, you already spent the money, just get rid of it. If it's causing you, anxiousness or dissatisfaction with your life. Clutter triggers so much more than what we think. Shoes that you don't wear and you think, I like these. I mean, even I do it. I've got shoes, I'm like, well, I like these, they're cute, but I've had them for 2 years and I've never worn them. What does that say? Well, maybe if my thighs were smaller, I would wear them. They would look better. Well, so I'm giving myself, I'll hold on to them because they're cute, But again, that times 10, times 100 of little things like that basically is what takes up space. That's clutter, because it's every little thing adds up to big things. I recently just purged 10 closet storage bins that I emptied of random things. It was a closet that my girls and I share, but nevertheless, 10 of these bins emptied, and I realized, I don't even need the bins then, because I'm not filling them. And so it's such a nice thing if you think I need more organizers, you probably just need less stuff. Instead of buying more, go through what you have and, pull back a little bit. And I'm not saying live a completely minimalist life, because it's more of a minimalish life. It's a little bit of both. At Christmas time, I like to be more maximum, and really enjoy the Christmas decorations. I want to have a full tree. I don't want to have a minimal tree. But in life in general, overall, when you select what you really love, you don't need a bunch of them. Don't feel so pressured to just have closets full of stuff. I've had to unfollow people because they're like, I made my closet into, I don't know, that's their thing. But I guess I didn't like how it made me feel. When I looked at it, I was like, that gives me anxiety. And or the people who are constantly in home goods looking for junk. I'm like, man, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your life. Get out of the store. It's, when you find something that you really love, you'll figure out a way to get it. And it might take you a month or 6 months, but you'll figure out a way to get it. And so that's the best thing to do. That's the best advice I can give, is hold on to, create a little vision diary, a vision board, a vision book, a folder on your phone of home inspiration pieces that you really love. And then just maybe they'll go on sale. Maybe somebody will be selling it. I've got friends who buy stuff of mine that they wouldn't have bought. They loved it, but they didn't want to pay full price. 2 months later, I'm like, hey, I'm selling that exact same thing that you love. And they held off and then they bought it from me. And so they're waiting to get what they want. And then an opportunity arises because they're on the same frequency with that. They're not like, well, I want that, but I'm going to go to Walmart and buy all this other junk. Like, you don't need a million vases and a million things and stuff everywhere. You just need the right pieces. And every house is different. Every house has a little bit different flow. What I see a lot of times is people suffocate their houses with stuff. Like, you'll see, man, those windows are really beautiful, and they're looking out over like a green lawn and some trees. And then the girl puts a console table in front of it with drapery on the side and 2 lamps and then a bunch of stuff in front of it. I'm like, man, you just ruined the best part of the room, which was the windows and the view, by blocking it with a bunch of lower level things and meaningless stuff. And don't suffocate your space. Give it some space to breathe. If you have high ceilings, play on that. Like, if you have a beautiful backyard, don't cover that up. Depending on the lighting and the flow, you got to work with what you have. So it's a balance between the decor emphasizing the aesthetic of the place, not taking away from it, not bringing it down. And that's what I see a lot of times in the design world or decorating world, home blogs world or whatever, is people, they're decorating ruins the house. It's too much. And so you got to pull back a little bit. So start with the pieces that you love. Start with what really moves you, and maybe put it into different sections. And you can say, well, I don't really love this. I kind of like it. You'll know what you love, because the things that you really love, you won't let go of. They're like, no way am I getting rid of that. I love that. But maybe 6 months later, you don't love it as much because you changed or your style changed, and that's okay. But if you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious with the space and the stuff you have, put some stuff aside in different categories. And if you have to justify, like, well, I don't know, I really don't like this, it's okay, but there's something about it that I don't like. Like, there's pieces that I like, but then there's something about it I don't like. I don't like the shape, or, I set it out and I've put it in 5 different spots and I don't really like how it looks when it's styled. Same thing with clothes. I like the clothes in the hanger. When I put it on, I don't like it. Well, why keep it then? So we have to, if you're craving that simplicity, which I'm sure you are, a lot of us are, and you're craving that steady walk in life, you don't want to be overwhelmed with debt and clutter and stuff and suffocated in your house, and closets full of things and storages full of things, clothes that you don't wear, drawers that are packed. I mean, it's a nightmare. It really is a nightmare. And, people are over that. They want life, simplicity, health, vitality. They want to feel good. They want to look good. They want to wake up excited for life, experiences and all of these beautiful things. And so start with your home, start with your space, start with your closet, and then work your way. Once you get that under control, then you can work your way with the health things that you need to deal with. Because it is a process, and you don't want to try to do too many things at one time. If you're going to try to declutter and clean your home and get your home in order, then don't pile on, well, I have to get my body in order too. Like, do one thing at a time, split it up into different sections. I like to do 90 days at a time. This 90 days, maybe you're focused on all things home, decluttering, getting through that storage bin, really letting things go. You're donating, you're selling, you're purging, you're cleaning, but you can't go back into the same habits. So you need you're all in during that 90 days. It's like you're resetting your life during that time. And once you feel like, you'll know when you start feeling like, okay, I'm not that person anymore. I don't care about going to Target or Home Goods. Once I reached the point where it didn't move me, it didn't push me, I didn't care, I didn't run to the store, then I knew, okay, next step, I need to get this in order, because that caused this to be all out of whack. All that spending and shopping and chasing and pursuing caused my hormones to be out of whack and my body to be out of whack. And so what I did is I shifted gears, and then I moved my focus into, well, I need to level my hormones and really take care of this inflammation. I need to get in shape. I need to get my eating under control. cravings and see what's really going on in my body. You can't live in denial your whole life that, oh, it's fine. No, take a good look. That's where you'll find freedom. And then once you get that going, you're just maintaining the two, because things will pop up that'll make you'll know the triggers. Like, for a while I would keep following certain influencers, and then I'm like, man, I'm returning half the stuff, so I need to unfollow them. So there's a difference with people promoting items that are good quality. I follow people that promote really good quality things, and it might be something that they share multiple times, and then eventually it goes on sale, and I'm like, you know what, I am going to get that now because I've seen it, I really like it, and now I'm going to pull the trigger. That's different than, oh my gosh, you better run to the store and you better get this, and and all of these different gadgets, and you need all this junk. And it's really the plastic junk, the gadgets, the ridiculous things that you don't need. You don't need to fill your kitchen and your pantry. And 99% of the people that are pushing that, I'm not going to name their names, but 99% of them, the big influencers, they return it all. They promote it, they get sales, and they ship it back. They don't care. They're only doing it because they're getting paid by Amazon or whatever, and they're getting sales off of it. So who's winning? You're not winning. Now you're stuck with the clutter of something they don't even care about, and you believe the lie that they really love that thing and it's a must-have, and it's not. The best thing to do is just shut them off. Don't even get sucked into it. You do not need a closet full of 200 pairs of jeans. You will feel so overwhelmed by having too much of something. It's in kids too. Like, think about it. Their rooms are cluttered and disorganized. There's too many options. They're too overwhelmed. They can't make a decision. So you are causing your own stress on your body, which is causing more anxiety, boosting your cortisol, making you more anxious and frustrated, making you put on more weight, probably making you drink, which is aging you. It's a vicious cycle. So slow down, pick what you love, get things under control, get things in order. You can make a beautiful home with nice, elegant pieces that you don't need a bunch of. You just need the right pieces. Stick with stones, woods, organic textiles. Brass is always really nice. I like linen, just nice things. And try to get away from all of the fake stuff that's full of toxic chemicals that you're filling your space with, that you bought on a whim because some influencer told you to get it, and it's a piece of junk. Anyways, that's my advice for today.